After a rather one-sided match against Viktor Axelsen 2 days prior to this game, the player from China, Lei Lan Xi, takes his revenge. And here's how he did it. A key difference between these two matches is how early Lei Lan Xi is taking the net. When playing against a dangerous backcourt like Axelsen, it is very important to try to gain the initiative by taking the net early. This might mean sacrificing the backcourt a little and focusing a little more on the front. If we compare Lei's rhythm side by side, we can see that in the Hong Kong Open, he was slower when moving towards the net. This affected his shot choice and often ended up with Viktor smashing through the Chinese player.
Had a tough time.
I certainly have.
In China Open, however, he contacts every shot above this line. With Lei Lan Xi taking the net earlier, he pushes the rhythm of the game. This is extremely important to defeating somebody like Viktor, who has a very stable and solid defense. You need to try to take them out of their comfortable rhythm.
And that can be interpreted as a delay. Because when you're standing there, then you're basically ready, so you shouldn't start moving your arms. But
we can compare the rhythm of badminton to the beat of a song. At first, the song sounds normal, but as we increase the tempo or rhythm, it becomes more distorted and chaotic. This is the same for badminton. In this rally, you can see how Viktor has a specific rhythm that he likes to play to.
good defense.
Now compare this to the faster rhythm in the China Open. This is how a lot of other players beat Axelsen as well.
Unbelievable. How did he get that back?
Now that we've discussed Lei Lan Xi's rhythm, it is important to see what type of shots he is playing. Let's take a look at the net first.
Lei Lan Xi, he came of age and really...
In the Hong Kong Open, Lei Lan Xi played more toward Axelsen's backcourt in an attempt to control him there.
Good defense.
However, in the China Open, when Axelsen played to the front, Lei Lan Xi often played back to the front. And one of his favorite shots is the crossnet on his forehand side.
That's a great rally.
It's a very good one.
The goal of this shot is to get Axelsen to bend his back on his backhand front court side. This will be very energy-sapping for a bigger body like Axelsen. The Chinese player also used this shot frequently in the Hong Kong Open against Viktor. However, earlier in the video, we mentioned the height at which he takes the shuttle. This makes a huge difference. The higher Lei can take the shuttle, the more angle the shuttle is going to fly at.
It's a very good one.
Now, if Lei Lan Xi plays back to the net a lot, Axelsen will be waiting for him at the net. But this opens up the backcourt. Now that we've briefly discussed the Chinese player's front court, let's move to his backcourt. We noticed a big difference in the amount of clearing between the two games. At the Hong Kong Open, Lei Lan Xi would play many more easy high clears, which gave Axelsen too much time to set up for his smash. This is especially dangerous against someone like Axelsen, who can produce such steep angles while maintaining his power.
Super.
However, in the China Open on his forehand side, Lei Lan Xi opted to play down in the back and watch the front court. But on his backhand, Lei Lan Xi would often play the cross-court clear. This shot is very good because it is unexpected and can often switch a defensive situation into an attacking situation in one shot. However, the caveat of this shot is that it must be played with excellent shot quality, which Lei Lan Xi definitely had.
That was his shot. I think he
You can see Axelsen waiting at the net. He can cover these three corners.
talked about from Lei Lan Xi, and he can use it. Then
And
wide.
wide.
Next, let's mention Lei Lan Xi's attacking play. Ultimately, what allowed Lei Lan Xi to break through Axelsen's defense wasn't his smash, but his ability to disguise his shots in the backcourt, and hence allowed him to bring Axelsen into the front court with his slices and drop shots. The Chinese had very good variation, which made it difficult for Axelsen to guess what shot was coming next.
It's a very good one.
Next, we want to look a little at Lei Lan Xi's shot placement in this game. What really stood out to us was that Lei Lan Xi was practically hitting all of his neutral shots in the middle. It reduces the shot angle from Axelsen's return of shot and minimizes mistakes, but it also makes it much easier for Lei Lan Xi to follow up. It also targets the body of Viktor Axelsen, who is taller and bigger, which consequently makes it more difficult to defend the body. That is why it's not as helpful to play towards the side against somebody like Viktor. Since he's so tall and very mobile for somebody that tall, he is able to reach the sides relatively easily. That's why Lei Lan Xi focuses more on moving him front to back. And we can see this kind of style in many players that have played Axelsen and have beaten him. Take this clip of Chou Tien-chen, for example. Look how Chou Tien-chen's shots are mostly in the middle, and watch how he's able to follow up quickly. But hitting towards the middle is also very good for neutral shots like the block or the lift. As mentioned earlier in this video, it cuts off the angle of the return, but it is also naturally a very awkward position to hit from. In these clips, you can see that not only is it difficult for Axelsen to smash toward the lines, but it is also too easy for him to make a mistake. So he puts it back into the center, where Lei Lan Xi is already standing. That was how Lei Lan Xi was able to defend Axelsen's smashes. We can compare this to the Hong Kong Open as well, where the Chinese was lifting more towards the sidelines and in return got steep and accurate smashes from Axelsen. This made it very hard for Lei Lan Xi to defend.
Had a tough time. They certainly have.
We've discussed his shot placement, shot selection, and rhythm, and now we want to summarize this as Lei Lan Xi's strategy. Learning from his previous game, Lei Lan Xi realized that playing a control style was ultimately going to get him nowhere, as Axelsen is one of the best at punishing these types of styles. Understanding this, Lei Lan Xi would adjust his game to push Axelsen's rhythm. To do this, he had to control the net. He ultimately had to sacrifice some initiative on the backcourt to capitalize on the front court. He would then play tighter shots to the net and fast cross nets that often set him up for opportunities in the back. And when these opportunities presented themselves, he had many options. Slices, stop drops, and full smashes towards the body made it extremely difficult for Axelsen to guess what was to come. However, at a level like this, it is important to note that the rally will never end that easily. So Lei Lan Xi was also ready to follow up. He did all of this while restricting Axelsen from utilizing his steep and accurate attack by playing his pushes more toward the middle and in a front-to-back style.
That's a great rally.
It's a very good one.
Even though he lost in the quarterfinals, he took his revenge against the Olympic gold medalist, and that is an accomplishment in its own right. Did this result surprise you after the result from the Hong Kong Open? Let us know in the comments below. Additionally, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, thank you guys for watching.